don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you!
I don't know what's real anymore.
And now, to answer the burning question on everyone's mind, which is my favorite piece in my collection? Which Transformer do I like the best? Of course it's me! Nemesis? It's me! You know it's me! It can't be anybody else but me. I'm in every one of your videos. Thank you, Nemesis, but, no, it's not going to be you. What? Don't make me pee in your Cheerios. Nemesis, sorry, folks. My favorite figure is actually Alpha from The War Within. Oh, kill him! He's well articulated. He's one of my favorite characters, and he doesn't really have a place on a shelf for me just yet, but he will. And I'll get the War Within Megatron as well, and the Dinobot when it comes out, and they'll have their own little shelf, and I'll be happy. And anyway, he won the election for Prime, so yeah. Okay. Believe it or not, if I had to guess, single figure wise, I would probably say Metroplex is the most expensive figure that I actually own. Now, I bought him second hand, and I paid $125, or was it $150? Let's just say $125 for him, and I started with the upgrade kits. He's got the hands, he's got a third-party gun, he's got the manacle and turret set, he's got the booties, and I'm just waiting to get a kit for the sticker kit from Toy Hacks, so I can doctor him up like these other two. And oh gosh, I still haven't got the shoulder cannons for him. And if the only other thing I would get besides the shoulder cannons and the sticker set would be that Unique Toys City set for his head. But aside from that, yeah, he's single bot wise, I would bet, let's see, each one of those kits were about 40 bucks, so there's 80. Manacled turret was about 60 if I remember correctly. I'm looking at $300 or so just in him. Don't tell my wife. There are two other additional potentially more expensive or the most expensive things in my collection, and that would have to be the Toy World Devastator, which was $600 if I remember correctly for each individual bot, and then I added the purple mixing barrel and the new head, which I don't remember, 30 bucks each if I had to guess. So there's that. And the other, if we're including combiners, the other potential, there are two other potential most expensive bots. One is Phantoys Phoenix, and the other is the G-Creation Shuriken robots. So the question was, which is the worst Transformer that you own? And I'm probably doing this slightly differently than most other people did, but this group represents probably the worst Transformers that I actually own. And oh, there is one that I need to add to this list because he's just a piece of crap and I absolutely dislike him too. Yeah, I can't leave out Generations Bumblebee, can we? Okay, so you've got Trax, MP Trax, you've got Transmetal 2 Waspinator, you have the KO Lambor, if you've seen my review on that. You've got Generations Bumblebee, and then you've got all of the those $2.50 Transformers that I just absolutely really enjoyed. So there's those. And I consider those to be the worst Transformers I own. My people! Get the hell out of here, Retgar. Damn it, Tom! This is just a craptastic bunch. So the question is, what is my opinion on KOs, meaning knockoffs? What you see before you is probably all but just one or two of my collection that I have that would be technically considered a knockoff by the standard definition. And I use those terms specifically because we have MechFans Planet, Mech Planet. There's a couple of different ones, and this is a Takasa Tony piece of crap. That's just all that is. So the question is, how is it? What's your opinion on KOs? I like these figures that I have that you see on the screen right now. I think they work very well for what they are intended to be. And in some cases they represent the only option if you're looking for a particular scale for something. And of course there's going to be people out there that are going to say, well, you know, you shouldn't buy KOs because they're knocking off the property of somebody else. We have seen throughout this history here, KOs in some instances take a figure that is flawed, they improve those flaws, and sometimes they will take intellectual property from, well, the MP Megatron that's been mentioned takes cues from the Masterpiece and from Apollyon and merges them together with some unique engineering of its own to create something which I would define as unique. However, we have to ask the question, what constitutes KO? How much is a KO? If that represents KO, that Masterpiece Megatron that we're talking about, that we're referencing, if that represents a KO and it's only because of the company, then there's a problem there, because what happens if that KO company produces a completely unique mold? The MechFans Planet, MechFans Planet, whatever it is, the ones that did these, as far as I can tell, are relatively a unique mold. I haven't seen it anywhere else, and if somebody else knows about this mold, then, you know, feel free to let me know. But this is a big topic. How much? Let's say we take a figure like this one. This is the Iron Factories. The redo of the Iron Factories City Commander. They upscaled it and kept everything else pretty much the same. They made significant changes. It required a lot of effort to get it into that size. Same thing with the Galvatron and the Cyclonus. What does it take to define a KO? Can it be changed 50%? Can it be changed 20% before you consider it original? What about 100%? If your stance on knockoffs is that it has to be 100% unique and original, then I have some bad news for you. Fans Project, Fans Toys, MMC, all these people are technically KOs if you want to consider 100% change. Because technically they're ripping off an idea. And that's no different than ripping off a mold. And you could argue until you're blue in the face. But that's legal. That's law in the United States. It's intellectual copyright. And if you think that a third-party company like MMC, and I'm just pulling them out of the air, if you think that they can make a Tarn figure, or Fans Project can make a Jetfire and not steal intellectual property, you really need to rethink what you're thinking about as KOs. So, yeah. Damn it, Tom! Get off this topic! We've had enough of this. We don't want to hear it anymore. Yeah, you're probably right, Nemesis. I'm always right. Are we still doing this damn video? Yes. And now I have to figure out the answer to the question, did Hot Rod actually kill Optimus? Well, of course he did. Megatron didn't do anything. The gun went off in his hand. He didn't mean to kill him. It was all Hot Rod's fault. Yeah, it was Hot Rod's fault. Why do we even care? And how can you sit there and say that it was Hot Rod when Megatron was obviously in a fight to the death with Optimus? Damn it! Don't keep bringing up this crazy crap. I know you're a historian. I know you used to teach college, but damn it, quit! It's ancient history. Is this another one of those set things for you, Tom? Well, I thought I'd just give the viewers something interesting to look at while I answered the last of these questions. Well, what questions do you have left? Let's see, there was the favorite figure. That was me, wasn't it? Sure, Nemesis. The most expensive in your collection, I think we covered that. Why am I not the most expensive? We won't even go there. The worst figure you own, we did that. How many in your collection? I honestly can't tell them, Nemesis, because I really don't know. It's a bunch. Yeah, it really is. And you keep buying more. Yeah, I know that too. The best worst place for you to buy figures. Typically, I get figures from a couple of different places. Most of them are all online. My Walmart sucks. Occasionally Target will have something. Where was it you got me from? Oh yeah, that was Transformerland. I buy a lot of stuff from them. You didn't get me from there, you got me at BotCon, you ass. Oh, I forgot, yes. Your replacement will be coming from Transformerland. Yes, anyway, let me see here. I go to TF Source, TF Direct, various different places like that. That's pretty much where I shop at, is probably primarily those three. Well, okay then. Let's see, what figure do you most want? You want a masterpiece scaled size of me. Yes you do. Don't argue. Actually, I was thinking one of the things that I would really love, and I've said this before, I would really enjoy having the Rescue Bots in a masterpiece scale and masterpiece styled. And I mean old masterpiece. Are you insane? Well, if not them, then perhaps a full line of MP Beast Wars. And I'd like to see some Transformers Prime come along. Am I in any of those shows? Maybe? Well, okay then. Let's see here. What figure do you want the most? Oh, I think I mentioned that. What figure would you like to see made that isn't yet? I think I mentioned the... I would really... I'd spend some scratch, I really would, on the Rescue Bots. Your insanity is showing through again. Damn it, Nemesis. Other than that, I'd like to see Hasbro go ahead and make a Scorponok. As long as it was a little bit taller than Trypticon. Let's see. What's your opinion on KOs? We've already covered that. Yeah. Your favorite character? That's me! Yes. What's your favorite Transformer show? If it's not one that involves me, it's not your favorite. Well, let's see here. You weren't in Generation 1, but Generation 1 was kind of fun. But I wasn't in it, so you can't use it. Let's see. I'm pretty sure you were in Prime, Transformers Prime, so... you can use that one. Just checking to make sure nothing was going on over my shoulder. Nemesis. I'd have to say it's probably a toss-up between Beast Wars and Prime. You said I wasn't in Beast Wars. Yeah, that's true, so, okay. Do I love or hate the movies? Well, you've got Movie Bumblebee right there. And I'm pretty sure you've got some other movie bots, too. You're just kind of ashamed to show them. Hey, that's not fair. Yeah, well, the truth hurts. Let's see here. Love or hate them, I think they have their place, but I don't watch them anymore, if that makes sense. That's right, because you're too busy messing with me. In a purely platonic way, Nemesis. Oh, shut up! Let's see here. And I think we covered, was Hot Rod responsible for Prime's death in the '86 movie? Just remember, Megatron was framed. What are you laughing at? Alright, I think that completes the challenge. Now, Nemesis, who should we throw this off on next? Who'd be good people? John Garinger. Yeah, he needs to do this. That'll teach him. Let's see here. Damn it, I can't think of anybody else. Hell, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. Emgo, Bobby Skullface, T2RX6, damn it, I don't know. Anybody else that wants to do it, you're challenged. So there! Let that be a lesson to you. Spinster!
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
So, the Transformer that got me into collecting as an adult is none other than Classics Prime. And I think some of you have heard this story, but when, I guess it was 12 years ago, maybe, I was in my church's yard sale, and somebody had one of these, and it was just sitting there. And this is not the original one. I've got that in a box, but it was just sitting there. And the last Optimus Prime I had played with in any manner was back when I was a kid, and I was accused of breaking it. And to this day, I tell you and anybody else that might do it, I was not the one that broke that toy, but I was the one that got accused of it. And G1 Optimus Prime, I don't know how it was broke. I don't really care, because I was not the one that did it. But as a result, the kid that had it had cancer, and I'm pretty sure he was getting whatever he wanted. So he wanted that, and I'd say one of my cousins is actually the ones that broke it, but I got the blame for it because I was the new kid. So yeah, I have a special place in my heart for this mold. It really is probably one of my, I don't want to say it's one of my favorites, but it probably is. I have a whole lot of respect for it. How's that sound? I kind of like that better. It's not great. It's good. It's not perfect. It has its issues, and it is now dated. But you know, when I first got my first one, I think they had already moved on to the Generations line. So he was dated then. But this particular figure, again, not this one, but I have the mold. I actually have the original in a box. This is what got me into collecting. And honestly, I haven't really looked back.